Welcome back, folks. I'm Frizz, and today I'd like to take some time to talk about how Pathfinder 2e's high-level play is actually balanced and is actually a lot of fun. While I've talked about high-level play before on this channel, it's been a very long time since then, and I just want to talk about it, so I'm going to. High-level play is actually tons of fun in Pathfinder 2e, and it's also, at the same time, actually approachable, which is shocking. As many people likely know, while characters in Pathfinder and D&D generally exist between the level of 1 and 20, the vast majority of the time spent playing is going to be below level 10, and quite possibly could be even lower than that. There's a lot of reasons behind it, but the main two are that campaigns generally start at low levels, which obviously means that low levels are going to get played more, since if you start at level 1, you're definitely going to play at level 1, but that campaign might end by the time you hit level 5. But the other reason is that playing at high levels has just been really ridiculous. Basically, mechanics have normally been designed to work for lowish levels of play, and as the party levels up more and more, the system breaks down a bit. That means that there's more work that is thrust onto the GM side of things, and it's way more challenging to run a game, and also for players to play a high-level PC. For reference, the two elements that I've seen be the most challenging are combat design and party versatility. The issue with combat design is very simple. Since PCs punched up a lot in previous editions, the higher and higher level that they got, the more difficult it became to find the line between an encounter that the party blows out of the water and is just a joke, and an encounter that kills one or more PCs per round. Finding that line can be very difficult, but it's really important to make sure that the players are having fun. This meant that making encounters generally needed more care at higher levels, just so stuff could remain as enjoyable. The second issue is also very simple, though it might not be as obvious in every party. If you've got a prepared spellcaster who can have tons and tons and tons of spells, then they're going to have something to deal with basically every situation under the sun, and that can get a little difficult. This isn't even getting into how potentially frustrating it can be for GMs if their party has easy access to teleportation, since then you've got to be ready for them to go literally anywhere, which, adds a bit more preparation time whenever they can go to any city on the continent. Pathfinder 2e is designed to allow for high-level play from the ground up. Like, from level 1, the same systems that allow for level 1 play allow for level 20 play. There's more stuff going into 2e making high-level play accessible than I can talk about in this video. But there are three main elements that make things a lot easier. The first one of those is the action economy. There are hardly any ways to get more than 3 actions per turn in Pathfinder 2e, and that remains consistent from levels 1 to 20. Yeah, the quickened condition becomes more frequent, but even that limits you to particular actions with the extra action you have. This means that high-level characters aren't going to require vastly more decisions every turn. It's not like you go from having 3 actions to 6. You have the same number of actions, and the complexity that comes from, running a high-level character is instead that you have more options on how to use those 3 actions, which, at least to me, is a way more approachable type of complexity. It also means that you're not going to have to wait for your monk to roll and add up 20 attacks every round, since they're probably going to be making the same number of attacks each turn. Really, the action economy system is absolutely brilliant and helps out 2e in every aspect of play. The second bit that makes high-level play a lot easier is that encounters are actually balanced. I made a video about this recently, but having a guideline for making combats that works at levels 1 and level 20 with around the same degree of effectiveness is impactful enough for me to mention twice. Yeah, there are more things to keep in mind with high-level creatures, since they're more likely to have abilities that stop the entire party's heart with a single saving throw, but it means that the skill that you acquire from designing encounters at low levels is actually applicable at high levels. Really, this helps a ridiculous amount, and the amount of caution you need when making an encounter in Pathfinder 2e is a tenth of the caution you need making a high-level encounter in Pathfinder 1st Edition, and most likely in D&D 5e. Finally, versatility has been slightly tweaked in Pathfinder 2e. The main way that it has been changed is that lower-level spells don't scale quite as ridiculously with the level of the spellcaster. You're not going to have a super high-level wizard that can just toss out, like, a ridiculous amount of first, second, and third level spells that completely resolve encounters or obstacles anymore, which helps encourage a bit more interesting problem solving and, the party actually has to work together than just throwing the wizard at the problem. The other factor here regarding versatility is a lot of the spells that are difficult for narrative reasons and GM prep are uncommon, meaning that players are supposed to ask the GM if they can even get them. This makes stuff like teleport and plane shift and resurrection magic an opt-in choice for GMs, and in general, the rarity system just helps out GMs a ton. So yeah, high-level play is actually fun in Pathfinder 2e, both for players, but in particular, it's actually fun for GMs. Don't get me wrong here, I love playing at low levels, but there is a different but related appeal with the high levels that I haven't really experienced outside of Pathfinder 2e. It shouldn't be that surprising that a system designed from the ground up to be more accessible makes playing at a higher level, like playing in a higher level campaign, easier. But I'm still really happy about it. Thanks for watching. Talking about high level play is always fun, and playing it is even better. Seriously, your characters start to feel a little ridiculous around level 7, but level 15 is, like, completely nuts. It's wonderful. But what have your experiences been with playing with high-level play or running high-level play? Let me know in a comment down below, and you can subscribe or join up as a member while you're down there. Joining as a member is the best way to support me and support what I do. But regardless, until I see you next, live a wonderful life.